All right, we are going to look at the fractions multiplication problem. And to remind ourselves of the very quick and basic fundamentals, we say that if there are two fractions, say 2 over 5 times 3 over 7, and the multiplication of these two fractions, the rule is you multiply their numerators and multiply their denominators respectively, and then that becomes your new fraction. So 3 times 2 will be 6 and 7 times 5 will be 35. Okay, as simple as it is, this is how you multiply two fractions. And we also want to remember that if there were two mixed fractions such as 2 1 over 4 to be multiplied with 3 1 over 5, then before multiplying we want to convert these two mixed fractions into their improper form, and that would be 4 times 2 will be 8 plus 1 9 over 4 times 5 times 3 15 plus 1 16 over 5. And now you should multiply these two numbers together just like what we did here, okay? But we can also get rid of any common factors we see between numerators and denominators, right? And we see that there is a 4, 4 cancels with 16, you get a 4 in the numerator, right? And that will give you our new fraction to be 9 times 4 will be 36 and 5 times 1 will be simply 5. Okay, so this is how you carry out your multiplication of fractions. You just need to remember to cancel out any common factors between numerators and denominators as you see them. Okay, now let us remember this and apply this knowledge to this word problem that we have. In this scenario, what we are given is there is a university, 5/8 of all the students, so this is my first piece of information, 5/8 of all the students opt for science and mathematics as their major. Okay, and 1/5 of those take mathematics and physics major, and the 2/5 take chemistry as the major, and all remaining take only mathematics. All right, so we are supposed to find what fraction of the total students, and that is a keyword, what fraction of the total students in the university include mathematics in their major. Okay, so to understand this problem, it is best to explain with the help of a diagram. So first I have all students. Okay, in this large body of students, it has been divided into two segments. Segment 1 is for people who are studying maths and science, and second segment is people who are studying other subjects. Okay, and this is 5/8 of all students, and this is all remaining. We don't care at this moment, so we'll just leave it blank. Now, you look carefully here. The maths and science has been further divided into three segments. Segment 1 is the people who are taking maths and physics, because physics is a part of science, right? Then there is a second segment. These are the people who are studying chemistry only. See, chemistry is also part of science. And then third is the segment. These are the people who are studying maths only. And of course, this is also a segment of maths and science, right? And we know that maths and physics is 1/5 of all students under maths and science. Chemistry is 2/5. And now you tell me what will be the remainder of this large group of maths and science that will take maths only. It will be, of course, 2 over 5th. Because if there were 5 divisions, one of those divisions go into maths and physics, 2 of those divisions go into chemistry, so the remainder 2 will go into maths. And our objective is to find what fractions of the total students in the university include mathematics in their major. So this keyword, you have to be very careful. Include means there are people who have maths only, so I will definitely count that. And then there are people who have maths and physics, so I need to count those as well, right? Because they are two different groups that have mathematics in their major, right? So I need to find the relative fraction of each one of those. So maths and physics first. You have 1/5 of people who study maths and science, right? So that means 1/5 of 5/8, correct? That is how you will count how many fractions relative to the total students, this large body, will be maths and physics. So that will be 1/5 of 5/8. So of course it will be 1/5 times 5/8, and now you have two fractions being multiplied. This will be simply 1/8 because the 5 will cancel with the 5 here. Okay, then you have maths only. Maths only is 2/5 of people who have maths and science. 2/5 of 5/8, right? Because this is a subcomponent of maths and science. And maths and science is a subcomponent of all students. and their proportion was 5/8. That is why saying that this maths only is 2 5 of 5/8. So that will be 2 over 5 times 5 over 8. And of course, you can cancel out these two factors because they're common, and the result is 2/8. Now your objective is what fraction of the total students include mathematics. It will be 1 and 2, these two things together, or you can add them together. So that means it will be 1/8 plus 2/8, and that will be equal to 3/8 of total students. Okay, so our answer is 3/8 of all students study mathematics. So this is how you apply the fraction multiplication problem. But let me highlight the key point. The key point is, in any word problem, it is critical to draw a diagram that will basically give you a clarity of how the division from the top to the bottom is going across. And tree diagram is one good method to come across with solutions. Okay, rest is all multiplication and division, and you don't have any issues there. It's just understanding the structure of the problem. Sometimes it could be a challenge. Okay, with that, now let us proceed to our example on the fractions division.